1064, recording date 3 December 70, take one.
Let's all play What's My Line? And now let's meet this week's What's My Line panel. First, that all-American, all-time entertainer, TV star, Soupy Sales.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Johnny Olson. Here is a beautiful young lady who you've seen so many times on Broadway and recently in the big television hit show of George M. Would you please say hello to Anita Gillette?
That's all right. You do that and I'll beat you with the pearls and we'll make a whole show. I'd like to introduce the father of three adorable little girls who I hope are watching now. Here is your daddy, Bobby Morse.
And now, Miss Arlene Francis.
And here he is, by popular demand, Wally Bruner.
Thank you, Arlene, and welcome all to What's My Line.
Yeah.
We're going to have a few laughs the next 30 minutes. Soupy promised he's really going to liven things up. Right, Soupy?
Yes. I'm not going to say anything. That'll liven it up.
Okay, so we're going to have a live show for the next 30 minutes. Join us and have fun. And right now, let's meet our first challenger. So will you enter and sign in, please? Well, how about that? Very good. Jay Fiandello. Have you ever done this before?
First time, honest.
But Jay Fiandello, Jay, where are you from?
Santa Monica, California now. Originally from Connecticut, East Haven.
All right. Panel, Jay Fiandello, I'm sure some of you know, is an actor and also owns and operates a restaurant called Chez Jay in Santa Monica, California.
Right.
He was also Cosmopolitan's Bachelor of the Month in a recent issue, but he has, however, a third occupation which we find most intriguing. And now let's show the audience just what his third line is. So you're after his third line, and we'll begin with Arlene.
Thank you. You didn't say whether there was a product or whether
No,
it was
I
a
didn't.
service,
I
did you?
didn't.
No. Well, is there any product connected with your third line?
No, there isn't.
One down, Soupy.
Well, I didn't know you had another line because he has such a great place out there on Santa Monica.
Thank you, sir.
It has nothing to do with the peanuts on the floor and that you grab when you walk in, or the fishnets and
No.
the great food and everything. No? Well, that about does it, Jay.
No,
Is
go
this, now, he's in another line, right?
Right.
Does it have anything to do with sports, Jay?
I think you could call us.
Yeah, you could probably, in a broad sense.
You have anything to do with broads that are in sports, Jay?
Oh, of course. That's my main line.
Let me ask you, what you do, does it take place out in California?
I do it any place in
Any
the world.
place?
Right.
It has something to do with sports, right? In a broad sense, okay.
Broad, yeah.
Is it some kind of equipment that you deal with?
Yeah, this is a piece of equipment.
Is this equipment ever found near the water?
It's possible.
But, yeah, it's possible.
But is it also found on land?
Yes.
Is this equipment bigger than a bread box?
Yeah.
Yes,
Does
it
it
is.
ever have wheels?
No, never.
All right, that's the two down, which I already flipped her. Anita.
It doesn't have wheels. Do you do something inside this equipment?
I operate it, yes.
But you do sort of get into it.
Uh-huh.
Does it move around?
Yes, it does.
It does move around. It doesn't move from place to place, however.
Oh, you mean literally, does it move around, meaning around in a circle?
I mean, does it move?
All right, does it move? Yes.
It moves, but it doesn't, it does not go, like, on the ground anywhere. Is that true?
I'm confused.
So am I.
Oh, well, I'll give that up. This equipment, would I recognize it if I saw it?
For sure.
I would. Does it take a lot of skill to operate it?
Yes, it does.
Is the equipment the thing that makes the sport?
It is, yes.
Now, what kind of piece of equipment doesn't have wheels? Let's see. Do people come and watch you do this thing?
They do.
Do you do it in some sort of a place where you would perform?
You mean inside a building?
Yes.
No.
That's 3 down, Bobby.
Do you drive this, whatever it is? Do you manipulate it yourself?
Oh, yes.
Then it is something like a car or a auto thing or something. Is it
No,
entertainment?
no.
No, I didn't ask.
It
I
is
never-
not
I
anything
never
like
asked.
that.
I
4
didn't
down,
say it.
Arlene.
Trying to get it around.
Does it have rudders?
No, it doesn't.
5 down, Soupy.
Does it go underwater as well as on top of the water?
No, it doesn't.
That's the game. Our time is up. I'm
no.
flipping all the cards, and I'll tell you that Jay is a balloonist.
Balloon, yeah.
How did you get involved in balloons?
Well, when I was a kid in East Haven, Connecticut, I was always fascinated with balloons. And the old-fashioned gas bag balloons are very cumbersome, very, I say dangerous and hard to fly. You needed a lot of men and equipment. And they perfected this hot air balloon about 7 years ago.
Well,
And
does it work as well as the other kind?
oh, much easier. We use propane gas. And we want to go up, we make it hotter. We want to come down, we shut the fire off. It's
How
very
high
simple.
can you go with that?
I've been to 17,000 feet, I think, one time. It's a little cold there.
Do you have to use oxygen? I
No,
suppose?
no. Up around 19, you need oxygen then.
Yeah, but at 17 you're still
Yeah.
okay. Well, do you consider it a dangerous sport, or has the equipment improved so much that it's...
It all depends. I've known a few people who have been killed ballooning, but they made foolish mistakes.
Do you wear a parachute when you go
No,
up?
it
You
is.
don't?
It is a parachute, Sue, but it's the shape of it.
Yeah.
I once free fell about 10,000 feet in Reno before I got the fire going, and the balloon changed shape, but enough air was going in the bottom to fill out the top.
Yeah.
So they dropped them from 100,000 feet in testing them, but it actually, unless the whole thing tears in half, and then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
But it's safe. You have to be very careful. Watch out for high tension wires and trees, mostly.
Yeah.
That's
How big do they make these now?
Well, I flew the balloon in the movie The Great Bank Robbery, and that's one of the biggest ones ever.
You brought a picture
Yeah,
of
I
that
think-
one,
I think
didn't
they
you? All
have
right,
the
Lloyd,
picture
could we take a look at the picture of that one?
This is from the movie The Great Bank Robbery, and Zero Mostel was in it. And this thing is 130 feet high and 85 feet across, and it carries 7 men. It's the largest one I've ever heard of, a hot air balloon. It's very hard to fly it on. We really need 2 men to fly it.
What other kind of balloons do you have?
I own a balloon from the movie The Great Race. I built a balloon for Bristol Myers shaped like a boat toothpaste tube to get the people out the boat and to maybe advertise the product a little. We built this
Wow,
for...
it looks like a dirigible on end.
Yeah, it's... there it is, 100, that's 85 feet high and 30 foot across, but aerodynamically it was very hard to fly because by the time you got the hot air to the top, it cooled, and the wind used to bend it in half.
Well, it looked like you could get higher if they squeezed you.
Well, now, I understand you've also brought with you a piece of film, which
Yeah.
is going to be seen in Nanny and the Professor series,
It'll
right?
be on in January.
Right.
Ida Lupino flies in my balloon from England to the United States to visit the nanny. And I think there's a little brief picture. This is my regular balloon. I'm flying it right now.
This is the one you used in Nanny and the Professor.
Right, yeah. Also, the girl from the Fifth Dimension, Florence LaRue, got married in this balloon. I was the best man, and Jimmy Webb's father was the minister, the guy that wrote the song. And the 4 of us were up there 100 feet in the air at the Century Plaza Hotel. The band's playing on the ground. It was quite a happening.
Well, Jay, we're very grateful to you for coming on and talking about balloons, and the next time we're out your way, we'll stop in at Shay J's, right?
I happen to have a card with me.
Very good. Thank you very much. You won't forget it that
Get
way
your
for
free
sure.
peanut.
All right. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Did you say goodbye? What's My Line will continue right after this word.
All What's My Line contestants receive a handsome set of bracelet, pendant, and earrings, Sarah Coventry Jewelry, Wild Honey, amber stones and settings of golden elegance designed by Sarah Coventry. and an exciting carousel wig suddenly that's anything you want it to be. Wear it smooth, tousled, or with special occasion curls, an Easy Care monocrylic carousel wig. And Evelyn cologne and perfume by Countess Maritza for discriminating women. A most enchanting and lingering fragrance, Evelyn, it's unforgettable. Wally?
Thank you, Johnny Olson. Let's meet another challenger, so will you enter and sign in, please? Margaret Harris. Miss Harris, where are you from?
I'm from Chicago. I live in New York now.
All right, panel, Margaret Harris is in the entertainment business. And now let's show the audience just what her line is. So I'll remind you again that Miss Harris is in the entertainment business, and we'll begin with Bobby Morse.
Do you do any hiring?
Yes.
You do hire
Yes.
in the entertainment business, and the people that you hire, do they do entertaining?
Yes.
Do you hire out for parties?
No.
One down, Arlene.
But you yourself are an entertainer as well?
Yes, I am.
And when you are entertaining, do you appear on a stage?
Yes.
Is music playing when you entertain?
Yes.
Do you move around?
You mean?
Does she move around the stage?
I don't believe so.
No.
Two down, Soupy.
Only if they're throwing things, right,
Right.
Margaret? Because a moving target's hard to hit. When you perform this, are you leading any particular group of people?
Yes.
Are they generally all men?
Yes.
Are you a conductor?
Yes.
Now,
Well,
right. Now that is right, but can you guess, or just for the fun of it, we'll say that you've really, I guess, sort of won the game, but see if you can guess where or what it is she is conducting at the moment.
All-male band.
well, I've always said all men. Is it a big Broadway show?
Yes.
Is it Hair?
Yes.
It is!
That's the most exciting Broadway show I've seen in years.
Thank you.
Hair.
Thank you.
The music and the acting and the people, the whole thing is just an exciting evening in the theater. I
Well, thank
recommend
you.
everybody go see it.
Good. Thank you very much. We need that.
But Margaret is one of the youngest and also one of the very few women to conduct a big Broadway musical. And what sort of background did you come from, you know, to get this?
Well, I
Pretty good
came
job.
into conducting through off-Broadway productions, and also I went to Europe as the musical director of the Black New World production in 1967. So I came by way of off-Broadway and the New York Shakespeare Festival.
Very good. But now, but Margaret is not only just a conductor, she is also a very accomplished concert pianist. And she recently gave a concert in Town Hall, I
That's
believe,
right.
here in New York. And you got very good reviews. When did you start playing the piano?
Well, I gave my first piano recital at the age of 3.
At 3?
At 3.
Well, what did you play? Do you remember?
Well, I played 14 pieces and 3 encores, all from memory.
And changed diapers 13 times.
my little ruffled panties, you know. But I played several pieces, many of which are still my favorites.
Any that I would know?
I think so. I think so. The Brahms Cradle Song.
Oh, the Brahms Cradle. I've been hearing that quite a bit recently. But I have an idea. I know now you had the big concert, you know, at Town Hall.
That's right.
Why don't you take a selection maybe from your first concert and couple that with a selection from your last concert, and let us
Okay.
hear the two together.
Let's bridge 25 years and see what
Okay,
happens.
very good,
All
Margaret.
right.
The stage is yours, Lloyd. May we have the piano, please? And may I say, Margaret,
Thank you.
What's My Line presents Miss Margaret Harris. selection?
Well, the last selection was the last 16 bars of my own composition called Collage 1.
Well, it was very, very lovely. And thank you for joining us on What's My Line.
Thank you.
Say goodbye to the panel. What's My Line will continue right after this word.
Transportation and other consideration by Pontiac. The sporty new Pontiac Firebird with wide track stance, responsive handling, and smooth ride performance. It's pure Pontiac. Accommodations and promotional consideration for What's My Line provided by Sheraton, the hotels and motor inns with the reservation number to end all reservation numbers. And say, if you're planning to be in our town, New York, would like to attend one of our telecasts, all you do is write for tickets to What's My Line, 51 West 52nd Street, New York, New York, 10019, and be sure to write the word tickets on the envelope.
And now, panel, we're going to play the new What's My Line game, Who's Who. Lloyd, will you open the curtains, please? Now here, panel, you see 4 people from the studio audience, and here is a list of their actual occupations. Trumpet player, court officer, clergyman, and airline pilot. All you have to do, panel, is to hand out all 4 cards so that each person is holding the card which represents his actual occupation. Let's begin with Soupy Sales. Soupy, you have 20 seconds. Sorry, Soupy, you're not right, and that means the team has won $25. Anita.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Anita, that isn't correct either, so the team has won $50. Bobby Morse. Sorry, Bobby, that isn't correct either. They've won $75. Arlene, last chance. Sorry, Arlene, that isn't right either. The team has won $100. Congratulations. Now, gentlemen, I wonder if you would please tell us who's who. We'll begin with the clergyman. Or no, first let's shuffle the signs around so each of you have the right occupation. There we go, and now we'll begin with the court officer. Thank you, sir. Would you tell us your name, sir?
John Hack, court officer.
I'm Bob Smith, an airline pilot.
Bob McKee, trumpet player.
Jim Crane, clergyman.
Gentlemen, you've won $100. Our congratulations, and Johnny Olson has a prize for each of you. Thank you for playing Who's Who.
Red Wally, each member of our Who's Who team will receive the Jour Mini Memo, 7.5-ounce pocket recorder. Reusable cassette records 20 minutes of notes and messages, available at dictating machine or photo dealer.
And now, panel, it's time for our mystery guest. Would you put your blindfolds on, please?
Yes, sir.
Let's get the blindfolds in place. Are they tightly and securely in place?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So, will our mystery challenger enter and sign in, please? All right, panel, it's one question at a time. I'll give you 2 minutes to try and establish the identity of our mystery guest, and we'll begin with Anita Gillette.
Thank you, Wally. Sir or madam, are you in some form of the theater world? I mean, are you?
No.
No.
Bobby.
Sports.
No.
Arlene.
Uh-oh.
Nothing to do with entertainment, nothing to do with sports? Are you in some sort of public office?
Yes.
Soupy.
Is that a federal government?
No.
Anita.
In local government?
Yeah.
Bobby.
Mayor.
Yeah.
Are you a mayor?
Yeah.
Local
Arlene.
government.
A mayor? It's not John, not Big John, no.
15
are,
seconds.
are you a mayor of a city near New York City?
No.
Soupy.
Are you, he's not near New York City? Are you a mayor of Ohio?
Yeah.
Are you Mayor Stokes?
Yes!
That's it?
Mayor Carl Stokes, we are indeed very happy to welcome you to What's My Line.
Thank
I think
you.
We've all admired what we've seen and heard coming from Cleveland of recent years. But what do you mean? You said you weren't in the entertainment business. I understand you are.
Well, he asked it too specifically, I think, when he said theater. I am here because we're announcing today the release of an album that we cut, The Mayor Speaks to the People. We took a press conference and just let a lot of young people ask any questions that they wanted, and they recorded it, and so we made an album of it.
You and another mayor with you, Mayor Stokes?
I needed someone with me, but we didn't.
You handled it alone?
Yes.
I think you can do that, too.
I heard part of the album yesterday, and it's very remarkable. I urge everyone to listen. If they, you know, that we hear so much of the militancy, and we hear so much of the ultra right wing type thing. It's very nice to hear what I think was a very sane voice on so many of the pressing issues today, and a voice that was very loud and very clear. And I hope everyone has an opportunity to hear this LP.
Are they all children?
Oh, no. I'm talking about college students and young adults.
Yes.
But the name of the album again, Mayor?
Mayor Speaks to the People.
The Mayor Speaks to the People. It's an LP. Look for it. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
Mayor Stokes. What's My Line? We'll continue right after this word. All right, panel, I demand honest answers to the following questions. And we'll begin with Anita. Do you think X-rated movies are a bad influence on young people? How many of them have you seen?
Well, I have seen a few, yes, and I would not let my children go.
So that you're...
I mean, I almost didn't get out of the movies myself, you know.
Right.
It gets boring after a while. Once you've seen it, you know, you've seen it, and there it is, so.
I'll drink to that.
And from Mrs. Carolyn Clouser of Fairfax, Virginia to Arlene, do you think the world political scene would be improved if the U.S. diplomatic corps was composed entirely of women?
No. Women cannot do it alone, dear lady. They gotta have a little help from the men.
So, thank you for your honest answers. Well, that wraps us up again. I hope you can join us again tomorrow for more fun on What's My Line.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for What's My Line, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.
Are you watching, you little rascals?
Oh, it's fun, isn't it?
And who subscribes to it? Go on. Push the button.
Think of the fun you could have on the tube.
The tube? Tube.
TV tubes.
That's a lot of fun, isn't it?
It's going to be a lot more fun
If you keep going the way you're going. Go on. Push the button. Please subscribe.
I hope they're watching.